Capitol went into lockdown yesterday after a woman tried to drive through a barricade outside the White House. She was chased down by police officers and they opened fire, killing her. Now, at the time, a child was also in the vehicle, thankfully recovered safely. The investigation now shows the woman was on medication for mental health problems, and relatives said she suffered from mental health issues. Joining us now is Dr. Brad Bayless from Bayless Healthcare Group. He's been an expert witness in criminal cases where mental health was a significant issue. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
When you first heard the reports yesterday, this woman ramming the barricades, what did you think?
Well, I thought initially that possibly this was a terrorist act or someone was acting out because of what was going on with the Democrats and Republicans. But then when the information came out that she had a mental illness and had been prescribed medication for some form of schizophrenia, I believe, and was possibly delusional, and that her boyfriend had also reported her earlier, it became quite clear to me what had taken place when she indicated that she thought that Obama was attempting to contact her. That is very characteristic of paranoid schizophrenia.
And not long ago, there was a Navy Yard shooter who had been in contact for some mental health problems.
Exactly.
This woman as well. When we hear that, we say, well, then why couldn't this have been stopped if those contacts had occurred? What's your answer?
Well, my answer to that is that oftentimes it's very difficult. Those individuals who have those kinds of disorders, such as or who are suffering from delusions, or who are suffering from any other type of serious mental illness, bipolar disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, any of those kinds of illnesses, need a lot of support and care. Oftentimes families are in denial about what is going on with their loved ones.
And in this case, this woman had suffered from postpartum depression as well, we're told. Is that a case where families can get involved, perhaps?
Absolutely, and I think that with postpartum depression, there is a tremendous need for support, and also need to be seen by their physician and possibly referred to a mental health professional.
At the same time, it's hard to imagine postpartum depression, a contact with a mental health person, leading to this, to some kind of tragedy or violence.
Well, postpartum depression probably did not cause that. It was delusional thinking, because with postpartum depression, oftentimes they can become delusional if it is not treated.
I guess what I'm wondering is, we hear about these contacts, and we have to be careful with drawing the connection between mental health and violence, because you can't necessarily make that connection.
No, you can't. As a matter of fact, very few violent acts occur as a result of mental illness. There are select situations that happen. Of course, that hits the media and everybody talks about it. But we need to be more cognizant of our loved ones, people that we know who have problems dealing with everyday life, who have difficulty making adjustments, our military personnel coming back with post-traumatic stress disorder. We need to be very, very vigilant in terms of helping them learn ways in which to cope with their stresses and demands.
All right, Dr. Brad Bayless, great advice. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.